folks. Welcome in. This morning, it's a hot conversation that I really had on my mind, folks. Good morning, folks. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Come on in, folks. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, folks. Good morning, folks. Welcome in. Steve Gilmore, YouTube channel. My channel is all about motivation, uplifting, education, folks. This is what it's all about over here, folks. Come on in, people. Come on in. And one of the first topics I want to talk about this morning is before I get into that, I want to use copyright claim 107, folks, for educational purposes only, because I'll be showing you some clips, of some of the things that happened over the weekend with Kanye West. Then Noriega, he got on Hot 107 and apologized. I mean, what is he apologizing for another grown man for? Why is he apologizing? Noriega, I don't know if y'all familiar with Drink Champs, but I'm gonna show y'all a few clips from that. Welcome in, people. ATM, I see you. Good morning, brother. Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying Kanye West went too far. But I would say no, because this man spoke his truth. We know he has a problem, but still, this is supposed to be a free country, folks. We all supposed to be able to speak our truth, folks. That's why I say to the day, we're not free. Anytime you can't speak your own truth without being criticized, ostracized, folks. Yes. So this is what we're going to be talking about this morning, folks. Come on in, people. Come on in. Welcome in. And the thing, like I said, the thing I don't understand, why did Nori go and apologize for another grown man, for what another grown man said? But I know why he apologized. I really know why. But that's another subject too. See, he got people on his back too. See, he got to be careful. And now they want to cancel him. This is what's going on. They want to cancel Kanye, man. I kind of feel kind of bad for the brother, because every individual human being should be able to speak their truth out here in this world, folks. This is why I continuously say we're not free. Because if we was free, we would be able to speak our truth, folks. Yes. We would be able to speak our truth. Yes, like I said, I'm using copyright claim 107 for educational purposes only, folks. Fair use, folks. And I'm getting ready to show y'all a clip of Nori. He's apologizing for someone else, for what someone else said, folks. Listen up.
LeBron James, Maverick Carter's company, canceling his appearance on the shop, right?
Right. So it was a big deal because when I reported it, I know that Jeezy was part of that lineup and designer Salehi, and I heard it got really tense and really heated, so much that the shop decided not to air their episode because they didn't want to give Kanye West's hate speech a platform, according to their press release.
So that brings us to our friend Nori, who's with us right now. Nori and EFN decided to have Kanye back on Drink Champs. And I guess I'll start here, Nori. What was the logic for you guys in giving him the platform to come on and talk with you?
I'm trying to get this thing squared away. Just a minute, folks. Just a minute. Let me get this thing straight.
Introducing Astapro Allergy. Astapro is storage-free, unlike
This thing together.
Astapro and go.
Well, the logic was the same way you guys are giving me the platform. I think you guys have love for me. You guys have respect for me. You guys think that I should have a say. There wouldn't be no drink chance if it wasn't for me coming to this very show and viewing my expressions. You know what I'm saying? I remember I came up with the idea to do drink chance after Prodigy wrote his book. And Prodigy wrote his book, and I had to have a rebuttal because obviously I was in the book. You know what I mean? And I would come up to this show, I would come up to the other show, and I started to realize that, you know what? I should have my own show. So this started from this. Now with Ye, I have a relationship with Ye. You know, when he was going through a lot of the things that he was going through, he would call me and he would actually listen to me and take my advice. So I felt I could control the situation. I felt that I could control the interview, and I've learned early on that I did. Like, you know, as a black man, I feel like I failed. As a human, I feel like I failed. But as a journalist, I succeeded because as a journalist, you're not really supposed to have an opinion. You're supposed to let people talk. And my biggest critique on Drink Champs is, Nora, you always cut people off. And this is the one time I didn't cut the people. Didn't cut them off.
Says, you should have cut them off.
I thought I should stick to what.
Wait a minute, folks. I want to say something before we finish watching this clip. But I'm trying to understand why is Nori apologizing for what Kanye West said. That's what I said, folks. I said, why? We keep saying that we're free. This is supposed to be a free country, America, folks. But we're nowhere near free, folks. Anytime that we still can't speak our truth without being ostracized or criticized. And this guy, Noriega, I don't know if y'all familiar with the Drink Champs. He was on this show. So now Nori is going back apologizing. See, I guess the higher ups are on his back now. And that's why he's apologizing. But we're going to finish checking out this clip, folks. See, now he got the heat on his back. So, this is what the deal is.
The script is to cut everyone off, but I sincerely apologize to anybody that was hurt by Kanye's words, by Kanye's actions, because I didn't really realize that sometimes you're so much into the interview, you're not even in the interview. You understand what I'm saying? And so for the first 5 minutes, Kanye had walked in and he said,
welcome in,
he
everybody.
Had people filming.
Shay Love,
and
I
he told
see
to
you.
my producer, he said, if
Sammy
you tell
Thomas.
my people to stop filming, that he would walk out. So
Praying couples.
So that the rhetoric of
Welcome
George
in.
Floyd, when you hear him speak about George Floyd, that's in the first 5 to 8 minutes of the actual interview. I actually check him and I say, you shouldn't say that. I actually check him about the Jewish community. I actually check him about the black community, but you don't see that till 2 hours in the interview. So what you're seeing right now, what we're getting backlash for, is for the first 5 minutes of the interview. And you guys understand that when you're trying to have a long interview, an in-depth interview,
You got to pace yourself.
You got to pace yourself. So, but if the people are mad at me,
I'm going to stop it right there for a minute, folks. But this is what I'm saying. But Kanye was speaking nothing but his truth, folks. But I think that it was a pretty dangerous move for him to even mention anything about the Jewish people, because the Jewish people have a lot of power, folks. Yes, the Jewish people are running things here in this world, folks. They're running the music industry. They're running the television series and everything that's going on out here. They're running it, folks. So those people you should not mess with, folks. Yeah, I think he made a dangerous move, even attempting to mess with the Jewish people or even say anything about them, because they're going to cancel him now. I think he's done. I think. But I'm going to pray for this fella because, I feel kind of bitter for him, because We know the guy, he's suffering with some type of mental illness, folks, bipolar or whatever. But still, I'm going to pray for the guy because I feel kind of bad for him. But we're going to finish checking out this clip, folks.
If you're gonna say that was irresponsible of Nori, you know what? I'm gonna say yes. Y'all right. You know what I mean? Like it was. I should have checked him right then and there. So
listen,
he said it.
I hear you, and because I love you, I went and kept watching. I was like, everyone's saying they didn't check them at all. Let me keep going. And I got to the parts where you guys did try to push back. I mean, listen, you guys went the homie approach of like, hey, but what about, which is what you should do, because he's your homie.
Right.
Like it makes sense that was your route. Do you feel though? My only criticism would be this, Nori. There was one part where you were trying to really push back at the end, and I was like, "Oh man, Nori's
I was too drunk.
He's too.
I was too drunk. I was too like. By the way, we're called drink champs, guys. We're not political champs. You know what I'm saying? We're called drink champs. We're here to get these people inebriated. We're here to have, because that's when you get these stories that you guys love so much. Is when I get them drunk. So unfortunately, sometimes I get
hear
drunk
what he's saying,
with them.
folks.
It's just he stood with that ideology. He stood with.
Let me stop this for a minute, folks. I want to say something. I don't know if a lot of y'all out there are familiar with Drink Champs. Yeah, but this is a show where you go on. They got all kind of drinks there, folks. They sit there, they get you drunk. That's if you're a person who drink. And this is what happened. I don't think Kanye was actually drunk. But see, when you go into an interview like this, I would say don't touch anything. Don't even take a drink, folks. And another thing, you don't let other people pour your drinks for you. Yeah, I watched the whole series. You don't let no other man pour your drink. See, he should have went in there sober-minded. And maybe some of the things that he said, he would have held back on it. But when you're drinking, man, this is why they call them spirits. Because when you're drinking, this gives the spirits a chance to attack you, folks. You're open wide for the spirits to come on in, folks. Yes, to come on in. We're going to get back to this clip, folks. Yes, listen up very carefully.
Kanye West. I really think that we shouldn't give up on Kanye West. I really think that
it's getting tough.
We should talk. I know this. I really think it's like right now. To me, I just got the phone with Talib Kweli, and I said, Talib, I think you should reach out to him. I think he needs a Mos Def conversation. I think he needs a Dave Chappelle conversation because he's not having these. So when he's having them, he's so much in dominance of this. And like I said, let me not railroad. I'm here to say I apologize to anybody who felt like I let them down, because I did feel like I did let them down to a certain extent, because, like I said, I did check him later, but by the time I checked him, it was already kind of like too late. So I can't be mad at Baller Alert for, posting the footage.
You see,
I don't want them to
let me stop it a minute, folks. You see, I watch Nori's show all the time, folks. This guy knew exactly what he was getting himself into, folks. He knew what he was getting himself into when he invited Kanye on there. He knew Kanye was going to come on there and go off. He knew this. Noriega knew this. He knew that Kanye was going to come on this show and spill the beans, folks. He already knew this. See, he knew what was going to happen. But he was, like he said, he was too drunk. How can you hold a show drinking like this? It's foolishness, man. I tell you. I mean, you're not even in the right state of mind, folks.
I'm not mad at them when they posted footage that I do want them to post. So yeah, I do feel let down. I do feel like I didn't do the right job, but this is a learning experience. I did not go to school for journalism, but that's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a special ed student. It's not an excuse. I should have checked him as soon as he said it.
I appreciate that sentiment. Laura, what do you got?
I will say that because I was so frustrated watching clips of you trying to get a point across, but there was never really a point made because you were trying to gather your thoughts and you were clearly very drunk. But I'll give you some pushback. I feel like sometimes when you sit down and you're going to talk to somebody, especially when you know that shows like The Shop couldn't even air their episode because of the hate speech and the consequences that things can come out of. I just felt like, God, I really felt like.
Well, I felt like I had control. You know, I felt like I had control. And then at the time, it's like, you know, I've been the guy. I've been the guy that they said blackball. You know, I've been the guy that they didn't let in Hot 97. I've been the guy that wasn't allowed in the MTV, BT studios, Viacom studios. So I've been there. So I was thinking of that. I said, you know what? I felt like I was blackballed before. So let me let this guy speak. And I did let him speak. And it's a 3-hour interview. It was only 2 minutes of it where I didn't have control of it. You know what I'm saying? So, am I apologetic? Yes, I'm super apologetic. It's a learning lesson for me. I've never.
We'll stop it right there for a minute, folks. See, the reason he's apologizing because now the powers that be is on his neck. I'm gonna tell you what's happening. The powers that be are on his back now. You know, they made him apologize, folks. See, it's a lot of things going on in that music industry, folks, that people don't have a clue about, folks. It's a very, very dangerous situation. And see, this is the thing. You can go to a certain point, folks, but sometimes you can go too far. You can go over the line. See, once you cross that line, it may not be no returning, folks. This is what I'm saying. It may not be no returning for Kanye West, folks. You see, the way that the powers that be, the way they're looking at it now, he's worth more dead to them than alive. See, this is how they look at things, man. Once you make that mistake and cross that line, they'll say, yeah, he's worth more dead than alive to us, folks. Do you know how much money they can make off of this guy dead? Yes. Do you know how much money you can make off of this guy? But this is why, you know, I keep saying this, folks. And I keep hearing us as people saying that we are free, folks. We're not free. Where do we get off with this mess that we're free? We can't even speak our own truth, folks. Every time we want to speak our own truth, somebody's going to step in and criticize us, folks. Or ostracize us. This is what's going to happen, folks, just like they done this man. And see, now Nori, he's stepping up, apologizing for another grown man. He shouldn't have to apologize for anybody. This man got on the show and spoke his truth. That should be enough said right there. That's why I say, folks, we're not free. We'll never be free. Not in this country. No. Nobody's free. You can't even say what you want to say, folks. I thought this was freedom of speech. No, you can't say nothing. Because as soon as you say something wrong, somebody's going to be on your head, folks. This is what's going to happen. Somebody's going to be on your head. You're going to be torn apart. Yes. And I think Kanye, he made a few good points on the show. I mean, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the show Drink Champs. Yeah, Drink Champs. I've been watching this show for 4 or 5 years, man. Yeah. But this is what happens when people come on this show. They sit there, they drink. And you know how it is. When you're drinking, all your emotions are going to come out, folks. You're going to say things that you would probably not ordinarily say, folks. Yeah. Even though we know how Kanye West is, he's going to say what he want to say anyway, regardless, drinking or not. But in my opinion, I think he should not have taken a drink when he went on that show. He should have just been sober-minded, folks. Yes, he should have been sober-minded. But let's get back to this clip, folks. We're going to finish listening to this. Because like I said, Nori, I don't understand why he's apologizing. But I understand why he's apologizing. Because like I said, the higher-ups are on his back now. Yes.
Faced this before, but I want to say that I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I can sit there, I can say, yo, you know, that's only Kanye West, and it's only what he said. But I have a responsibility when I have an audience.
But do you think? How about this? Let me question you on this. Do you think you were too thirsty to have this?
Yeah, he was too thirsty.
Too much.
He knew what he was getting into. Yes, he knew what he was getting into. Yes, he knew it.
I already scored the touchdown.
Right.
It was just me spiking the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had already scored the touchdown. I'm just being honest. I feel like we're the biggest in the game. I feel like we are, and I feel like I already scored the touchdown. I didn't need the spike, and that's the problem. I wanted to spike the ball because I was very hurt by the awards. Yes, I won the award. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Casto.
I'm sorry. I got a question, man. So
Jump in, Cast.
So at no point when you guys saw this, you didn't think, yo, it might be a bad idea to let this out. That it might bring us backwards for whatever progress has made. Because in my case.
See, the thing about it, Nori, he knew what he was getting into. He knew, folks, way before the interview. He knew what he was getting into. Yes, he knew, folks. This guy knew what he was getting into before he invited this guy on. He knew.
Talking with, a bunch of my friends that feel differently, that have a different opinion, that were making rules in one way, and now we're like, yo, but your man's saying this. And I'm talking to Joe like, I'm gonna say, like, some of my white friends that lean a certain type of way, we still have conversations like, yo, this, that, or the third. But now they're like, yo, man, but your man is saying this, and your man is saying that. But look, so now we're having these conversations where we're stepping backwards. At no point did you guys think like, hey, yo, you know what? It might be a bad idea.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm taking responsibility. I can sit here and say, we didn't know. Well, I did know. I did know to a certain extent. But what it was I didn't think he was going to spread this ideology. I didn't think he was going to go there. I thought that he was going to have a couple of drinks. He smoked blunts with us. I thought it was going to be lighthearted. And
but y'all
it was only in the beginning. It was only in the beginning.
I know.
It's gay. It was only in the beginning, and he threatened my producer that if he couldn't film, he would walk out. So we was trying to,
See,
that's
man.
how our interviews go.
You see, this guy, he's not even professional. He's sitting here at an interview with 2 blunts behind his ear, folks. On both ears. He got a blunt behind that ear and a blunt behind that ear. That's not professionalism, folks. See, this is what I'm saying, man. These people, like I said, he knew exactly what he was he knew what was going on before he even invited Kanye on his show, folks. He knew that Kanye was going to get on here and spill the beans, folks. He knew this. I've been watching this show for a while, folks. Nori, Drink Champs. I've been watching it for a while. And I watch how he operates sometimes, folks. Yeah. Let's get back to it.
So Rosenberg been on this platform. We try to lighten you up, and then we get you drunk, and then we get you to turn to our side.
He said we get you drunk,
we tried
folks.
to do that. We tried to do that. We did, but it's yay. And I learned my lesson. Because at the end of the day, as a journalist, I did my job. I let a person talk. As a journalist, you're supposed to have no opinion, no options, none of that. But I'm black. I am George Floyd. I am Virgil. I am, you know what I'm saying? I am that. And I didn't know until I saw it. I don't watch my own interviews. I just think I'm that dope that I don't even watch myself. You know what I'm saying? So when I watched myself, I was embarrassed. I was like, wait a minute, what did you just let him say?
Well, and another lesson for you is that being a journalist isn't just being objective, but it can be fact-checking too. And there were times where he needed to get checked. That part, when the George Floyd part, when he referenced the Candace Owens documentary, like that's fact. Like that's not a story she's telling. That right. Bothered me. You know what I'm saying? That he really
bothered me.
That.
It bothered me, Rosenberg. It bothered me. I do not follow that. I do not. When the George Floyd thing was happening, I didn't actually go out and march, but I was on every call as if I was marching, and as I felt that. I saw that same video.
Stop it for a minute, folks. Let me do a little bit of talking, folks. Did y'all hear what the guy said, folks? He said, we get you drunk first. Then, once we get you drunk, you can come up on our side. See, this is like manipulation, folks. See, like I said before, folks, this guy knew what he was getting himself into when he invited this guy on his show, folks. Noriega knew what he was getting into when he invited Kanye on his show, folks. You just heard it from his own mouth. He said, we get you drunk first. Then you'll come over to our side. This is how they try to operate when they invite people on the show. I've seen many of his shows. I've seen people come on sober and leave there, so drunk they can't even walk. And you don't, I mean, who would even invent a type of show like this? We just have to constantly drink, 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 drink. See, sooner or later, this guy, he's going to be an alcoholic, man. I'm just putting that out there. This is his show. He had to drink on every show that he has. See, this is how the enemy gets into people's heads, man. The enemy is running things, folks. Let's get back to it, man.
He didn't tell me that knee was not on the neck. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. So when I looked back at the interview, I was like, damn, Nori, like, why did you wait 2 hours to address that? Even though I did feel like I addressed it, but I addressed it way too late in the interview, way too long, and I'm embarrassed. So to everybody that was, by the way, I could blame this all on Kanye West. I'm not. I want to sit back and say I'm irresponsible for letting it go. I should have listened to Mav Carver. Yep.
Nori, at any point, maybe off the camera that the audience didn't see, did you have any type of follow-up conversation with him about this?
Yeah. My whole thing was soon as the powers that be that we're down with found out about this, they just tried to remove the episode, and I wanted to defend freedom of speech. I wanted to defend that, so I was like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, boom, 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 boom. And now that I think about it, it's like sometimes freedom of speech just ain't free. You know what I mean?
That's what I said.
Just a different world that we live in.
Not free.
And I regret it. Do I regret it? I want to be honest. I regret it.
So if you had to do it again, you would have passed on the interview or not put it out?
No, I would have been the better journalist that I am. I would have probably not drunk. I would have probably stayed sober the whole time and just stayed on the subject, because I still believe, people have a right to speak, whether it's something that you agree with or not, but you have a right to also, check them on it and check them immediately. And that's what I regret. And
I love it. And like, it was really interesting too, because for people watching it, you guys don't know Nori personally. And when Nori's jumping in at one point, you're like,
welcome
we
in,
love
everybody.
Jewish people.
Welcome
we love
in.
Jewish people. Like,
Black
I'm like,
Guns,
no,
I see
he's
you.
sincere. Like, he has a
Praying
lot of
couple.
Jewish friends. He's really, really serious about this. And Ye would not.
We're going to stop this for a second, folks. Let me read some comments and see what's going on here, folks. I'm going to start at the bottom. Fat Ninja, welcome in. I appreciate you coming in, brother. Shade Love, I see you. Appreciate you for coming in. Wellness with Frugal Mama said, I say let him go and do his thing. Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's right. Why can't people speak their truth in this world, folks? And I agree with you, Wellness. Yeah, this is the thing. You can't say nothing in this world, man. Somebody is always there to tell you how to speak and what to say. We're not free. Like I said, we're not free, and we'll never be free until God take us off this earth, folks. Yes. Black Guns, welcome in. I see you. Praying Couple. Cooking Series, welcome in. Mukbango with Priscilla, thank you for coming in. Everyone have a great day. Thank you. Appreciate you showing up. Yes. But like I said, man, Kanye, he says, he has a lot of good points. But, this time, I think he went a little too far over the edge. Because like I said, the Jewish community has a lot of power, folks. You don't say nothing about those people, because they're going to out you, man. That's, like I said, because the Jewish community, they're the ones who are running a lot of things, man. The music industries, the TV industry, they're running all of this, man. You can't mess with those people, man, because they will have you blackballed, man, in a heartbeat, have you canceled. And I'm just going to sit back and watch and see what happens with this situation, folks. Because, like I said, I feel kind of bad for the guy, man. I really do, because, I mean, anytime you can't speak your own truth in this world, man. But like I said, this been going on for years and years and decades, folks. And I even made videos about this my own self, man. Letting people know that we're not free, man. We're not free. People keep thinking that we're free. I'm not free. If I say the wrong thing on here, I'm gonna get ostracized. You know what I mean? We're not free. If I play the wrong music on here, I'm gonna get a copyright claim. You call that free? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We're not free. It's like I said, if I play the wrong music on here, and if I say the wrong thing on here, I'm gonna get ostracized. I'm gonna get pulled apart. I don't care what platform you get on, you're not free. You can think that in your mind, just to make you feel good, but hey, in real reality, none of us are free, folks. We're still in chains and bondage, folks. Yes, we're still in bondage, people. But like I said, I think the guy went a little too far, folks. See, he's messing with the wrong folks now. When you start messing with the Jewish community, see, these folks stick together for one thing. See, I don't want to bash our people, but we're the only people who don't stick together, folks. And we need to stick together. I preach this on my YouTube every day, folks. Come together, folks. As a melanated, people. We should all come together, work together, folks. Like I was saying on one of my previous videos, we can do the same thing that everybody else out here is doing, people. Like I was saying, 4,000 or 5,000 of us get together. Everybody put in $100, folks. We can build our own schools, our own banks, our own grocery stores, everything. We can have everything that they got. We just got to get up and do it, folks. This is the thing. We got to get up and do it. We can have everything that everybody else got. But we just won't do it. What is holding us back? See, we got to start doing like everybody else is doing. Everybody else is doing for themselves. They're not asking anybody for anything. We're the only ones that's doing this, folks. And us as melanated people, it's time for us to come together, folks, and work together. Unite. Yes, unite, folks. Get back to this clip, folks.
Like he wanted to say what he was saying.
Steve Rifkin is in the building. Steve Rifkin is in the show. My friend Diego is in the show. Eric Manton is in the show.
Wait, Steve was with Ye?
No, he knew what he was walking into.
Got it.
I needed black people there. I needed Jewish people there. I needed everyone there to know that the people that, if you are offended, they're right here, Ye. They're right here. Yeah. And Ye has a picture. If you look at the behind the scenes, that's Ye hugging Steve Rifkin. That's Steve Rifkin hugging him. This is one of the biggest Jewish people in the world. Cocaine Clan. This is him. So I'm thinking, if anybody's supposed to check him, let my Jewish constituents tell me right then and there. So that's the reason why I was a little thrown off, man. You know what I mean? I'm not the best journalist in the world. So that's the reason why, like I said, I can be here and say, yo, that's just Ye. But I want to apologize for my part of it. My part, letting this rhetoric fly. You know what I mean? I didn't notice it till it was out already. Because like I said, I don't edit. We don't edit. Roseberg, you did our show.
Can we get the thumbs up?
We want
Appreciate it, folks.
Oh, believe me,
Get
I've
the thumbs
wanted
up
to
when you
edit
come
things
in,
from other
folks.
people's
Get the
interviews
thumbs
before.
up.
No, you don't.
What? Guess what? We're going to start editing. Rules have changed.
I know. Hey, Nori, listen, I know you're going to probably continue to get dragged for a little bit, and I'll now probably get dragged for being too easy on you. But guess what? I know where your heart is, and I appreciate you coming on and taking ownership today.
Yeah, we appreciate your honesty.
I'm sorry.
See, the thing of it is now, like I said, the reason why he's apologizing It's because now the higher ups are on his back. Yes, the powers that be are on his back now. See, he's working for Diddy and all of them, yeah. See, everybody's on his back now. They told him to go out there and get this thing straight. This is what happened. I know what happened. Yeah, I can imagine, I can envision it in my head, folks. They said, you got to go out here and you got to apologize. We got to get this thing right. This is what they told him to do. Allegedly. Yeah. See, it's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, folks, that we have no clue about. But as I was saying earlier, folks, if you think you're free, you got another thought coming, folks. We're not free. But we can be free. We can be free. If we work on it, we can be free. And as I said earlier, folks, we could have everything that every other race has, folks. We don't have to ask nobody for nothing. Like I said, we get together, put our resources together, folks, get our numbers up. Hey, you'd be surprised what we can do, folks. We could be walking around here with our own schools, our own banks, own grocery stores, everything, our own Walmarts, everything that they have, man. I don't understand why it's so hard for us as melanated people to understand this, folks. Why is it so hard for us to understand this? When are we going to wake up and learn, man? Because like I said, nobody's coming to our rescue, man. If we go down, we just go down, folks. That's why it's time to start doing for self. And it's time to reunite, folks. We have to come together collectively in numbers. I mean, big numbers. This is what we have to do as a race, folks. We have to come together in numbers. And as many people as it is of us, man, we could do this thing. We could do this thing. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because like I said, I did a video on that the other day, man, telling people. A few thousand of us get together, put our money together, man. Do you know what we can do? And when I thought about that, I said, wow, that would be a great experience. To walk into an all-black bank, to walk into an all-black grocery store. Well, it was that way when I was coming up. When I was coming up back in the 70s and 80s, 60s. That's all it was around me, black-owned stores, folks. Everywhere, on every corner. That's all I saw. Black barbershops, black corner stores. Yeah. What happened? Where did all of this go, folks? What happened? That's what I want to know. What happened? But we can rebuild these things, folks, because a lot of things was taken from us. But we can always rebuild. And it's time to do that, folks. It's time for us to start rebuilding and replenishing ourselves, folks. Yes, it's time to start rebuilding. Because like I said, nobody's going to do anything for us, folks. We're going to have to do for self. This is one of the speeches that I heard Farrakhan talking about. I'm not Muslim. No. I believe in Jesus Christ, but I'm saying I heard him say that. And some of these people say some true things, folks. We have to do for self, folks. Yes, we have to start doing for self. And we have to reunite, folks. We have to work together. That's the big thing. That's the key right there. Working together, folks. Yes, that's the key. Coming together and working together. Who's in here? Yeah, welcome in everybody. I appreciate everybody coming in on this. But this conversation, man, it kind of caught my eye, man, because I said, wow. I said, the man is on here speaking his truth. Then Noriega's going to come behind him and apologize But I understand him apologizing, and I don't understand because, see, the reason he's apologizing for him is because the powers that be, they're on his back now. So they want him to go out here and straighten this mess up. Yes, that's what they see. It's cycles to this thing, folks. Yes, they want him to straighten up the mess that Kanye made. Like I said, he went a little too far. Because like I said, man, the Jewish folks have a lot of power, folks, in this world. They got a lot of power. All they got to do is make one phone call, and you out of here, folks. Yes, just like that. One phone call, you're out of here. But like I said, I'm going to pray for this fella, folks, because I feel kind of bad for this fella, Kanye, man. I mean, knowing that he's suffering from some type of mental disorder, folks. Yes, I'm going to pray for him. You know, I'm not going to talk about that guy. I'm not going to down him for what he said. It's like I said, it's supposed to be a free country, folks, that we're living in. We're supposed to be able to speak what we want to speak, folks. We're supposed to be able to speak our truth. So why are they ostracizing this man, folks? Yeah, I don't, I get it and I don't get it. Because, the reason I get it, because I know what type of world we're living in right now, folks. Yeah, I know what type of world we're living in. That's why I get it. That's why I said I don't get it and I get it. Because, man, right now, this is a messed up world we're living in, people. Messed up. Right is wrong and wrong is right. This is the way this world is run now. Wrong is right, right is wrong. They got everything the opposite of what it's supposed to be, folks. Yeah. And like I said, I think Kanye should have went on that show with a sober mind. He should have touched one drink, folks. Been a much, much better interview. Because he may not have said some things that he did say. Because we all know, once you're under the influence of alcohol, anything might come out of your mouth, folks. Anything. That's why they call them spirits, folks. When you go to the liquor store, they spirits. Because alcohol carries spirits, folks. And when you're drinking that alcohol, you're open to all type of entities, folks. For all types of entities to come in and attack you, folks. And have you say things or do things that you would not normally do, folks. Yes, this is what's going on there. And you heard Noriega say, we get you drunk first, so you can come on over to our side. He said this out of his own mouth, man. We heard it. Yeah, we get you drunk. I mean, what is that for someone to say, man? I would be ashamed to say that. You on my show, we get you drunk first. I would be ashamed, man. Yeah, I really would be. But, this is the type of world that we're living in right now, folks. We're living in a world of confusion. Yes, a world of confusion, folks. Disillusions, all types of things, man. And, as time go on, we're going to see how this thing levels out. Whether they're going to cancel him or what. They say he's worth $1 billion. But I would say no. He's worth $1 billion. But see, he didn't build a structure on that billion. This is what I'm saying. I don't think he built the structure on that billion. I think he's just a face. I think he's the front man. See, a lot of times they'll use your face for the image. Yeah, I think he's just a face, folks, behind that $1 billion. But he's not the real person who's running the businesses and all. He's just a front man that they put there as a face. They do it all the time, folks. They'll use a face just to put on the front line. Because it's like the other day, I was watching some commercials on television about something concerning, and they're using melanated kids, folks. I said, yeah, well, let's go out here and get this. I said, yeah, see, they're using those people for the face. Yeah, see, they'll put the faces in front, to try to twist us up. Yeah, this is what they do. They'll use a black face to mess up your mind, to make you think, oh yeah, this is okay, this is cool. Yeah, it's not cool. See, we've been tricked, we've been bamboozled for 400-something years, folks. And it's still going on, folks. It's a never-ending ride, folks. Yes, a never-ending ride. But we can make things change, folks. Like I said, we can make things change if we get together and do what we're supposed to do, folks. Yes, we can change these things. Yes. But we have to do it, folks. We got to get up and do it. It's not going to just come to us. No. Not at all. We got to work, folks. We got work to do out here, folks. If we're planning on having a better lifestyle, folks, we got work to do. Even though all the things that's going on around us, we still have work to do, folks. Even if we just make this world a little teeny bit better, that'll work, folks. For the little time that we have left down on this earth, folks. Yes. Let me read some of these comments. Let's see who's in it. I appreciate everybody coming in, giving me a listening ear, folks. I appreciate you all. Yes, I really do. I really appreciate you, folks. Because like I said, man, you would be surprised what we can do in numbers, people. Like I said, a few thousand of us, man, we put our resources together and work together. That'll be a great feeling, man. When you can walk in your own bank, a black bank, a black grocery store. Yes. That would be a great feeling, wouldn't it? We can do it, people. We just got to put our hands to the plow, folks, and do it. This is the thing. We got to do it, folks. Because if we don't do it, hey, we're going to be left behind, people. We're going to be left behind. Sammy Thomas, welcome in, folks. Yes, welcome in. I see you. Deborah Mosley, thank you for coming in. Sweet Ree. Sammy Thomas, 50 Shades, I see you. Wellness and Frugal Mama, thank you for coming in. Sweet Ree, thank you for coming in on this morning. Yes, I know you're at work, but that's all right. Yes, 50 Shades, Deborah Mosley. Sweet Ree, yeah, okay, everybody speak. April Showers. Miss April Showers said the world is fine. It's the people, and I agree with you, Miss April. It's not the world. It's the people in this world, folks. Yes, it's the people in this world. Just like I said about guns. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. If you understand what I'm saying. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. See, when the guns get into the wrong hands of people, that's how people get killed. Yes. The guns are fine, as long as they don't get in the wrong hands. See, once they get into the wrong hands, that's when they're not fine. Yeah. See, it's a perspective about everything, folks. You got to look beyond the door. Yes. Miss Panama City, welcome in, Miss Lee, I see you. Woman of faith, yes, appreciate you coming in, woman of faith. Blessed woman. Let's see. Mr. Odom Homestead, welcome in, brother. Appreciate you coming through. Mr. Homestead said, we did have all that at one time. Yes, we had it all, man. Like I said, when I was coming up, that's all I saw around me, man. It wasn't no white stores around. I mean, I'm not, and let me tell you something. I'm not prejudiced or anything. I love everybody, man. If you treat me right, I'm going to treat you right. Respect is respect. You got to give respect to earn respect. This is what I'm saying. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not biased or none of that. Like I said, coming up, that's all I saw, man. Black stores everywhere. And to this day, I'm wondering what happened. Where did all of these things go? They were stripped from us, folks. But one thing about it, we can get them back. Yes, we can get them back. Like I said, it's time for us to start rebuilding, folks. This is what it's time for us to do, to start rebuilding. We can get everything back that we lost, folks, that was taken from us. We can get it all back. Oh, yeah. We just got to get back to the, what you call it? Yeah, we just have to get back to the old ways, man, and start doing it, man. And I felt good back in those days, man, to walk into a all-black establishment. I felt good about myself in general, you know. But somehow, as time went along, things just drifted away, drifted away, drifted away, drifted away. Yeah. And this is where we're at now. Yes, this is where we're at. Right now, we're at the pinnacle, folks. Yeah, we're at the pinnacle. We're at the top. The pinnacle. It's time for us to get busy, folks. Yes, it's time to get busy, folks. It's time for us to get on our grind. Yes. And make things a little bit better, folks. For the next generation, people. Yes, we got to build up this thing for the next generation. Because we're going to be gone, man. We're going to be out of here. It's time for us to start building for the next generation behind us, folks. Yes, we got to build up for them. Yes, to help them. Yes, so that they can survive as they come along. Yes, we got to build up for them. Sammy Thomas said the police will be of no use anymore. Well, they have no use right now, really. I mean, to be honest with you. They don't answer half of their calls or none of that. They don't, you know. Right now, they're useless in my eyesight. But we still need them. I say no, don't defund them. Keep the police around because you're going to need them. Yeah, we're going to need them, man. And you never know. Like I said, somebody might want to kick your door in. Who you going to call on when you defund the police? You have to call somebody. Yeah. See, we should think closely before we do things, man. That, you know, I think it's a very bad law. Please don't let them pass that law. Regardless to all the bad things that some of these cops have done to people out here. All the cops are not bad out here. They're not all bad. We got some good ones in here. Just have to weed out the bad. That's what we have to do, weed out the bad. That's everywhere you go. We got good and bad, folks. You just have to weed out the bad. Yes, weed out the bad. But yeah, y'all, back to this Kanye situation, man. And like I was saying earlier, man, I feel kind of down and about this guy, man, because I mean he's a good guy and everything, but everybody make mistakes, man. That's why I'm not coming down on a guy like that, man. I'm not, because everybody makes mistakes. But sometimes when you make your mistakes, you may have to go back and correct them. And see, like now, the biggest mistake that he made, he said too much. And now he might have to go back and kiss the ring. He might have to do that, folks, to stay in good grace with these people, man. He may have to do that. That's no joke. He may have to go back and kiss the ring. Because now, who knows what's going to happen? We just have to sit back and wait and watch and see what happens. And poor Candace Owens, I don't understand, her. I like Candace Owens, but she's kind of wishy-washy, man, because I heard her, I think that was a few years back. She was saying that she was going to leave Hollywood because she didn't like the things that were going on there and all this. She was crying and everything, so saying that she was a Christian and all this and that. But now it's a whole different story. I heard on an interview a few days ago, say she don't know nothing about Christianity or something, something of that sort, allegedly, But see, this is how people do. They switch up, man. They wishy-washy, man. Yeah. Either you're in or out, man. Either you serve God or you don't. And I'm going to serve God this week, and next week I'm going to serve the enemy. No. You got to make up your mind which way you're going to go, folks. That's all. That's not a hard thing to do. That's not a hard thing to do at all. Miss April Showers said, "You Negroes sit down because if you talk about them people, they will cancel you." It's all good. Yeah, of course they will. They'll cancel you. Of course they will cancel you. Yeah, they'll cancel you quickly, without a shadow of doubt. That's why I was saying, you have to know what to say out of your mouth when you're on this camera, folks. Yes, when you're on this camera, you have to know what to say and what not to say. You got to know what line to cross and what line not to cross. Yeah, oh yeah. See, I've been watching this stuff so long, even before I got on YouTube. I used to sit back and watch other people, other channels, big channels. That's how I learned so much about this before I even came on to the scene, folks. See, I know what to say and what not to say. I haven't got no strikes and nothing since I've been on here, folks, because I'm not stupid. I know what to say out of my mouth. I know how to cover my behind, folks. This is why every time I come on, I always use copyright claim 107, folks. Fair use. Only thing I've got a copyright claim on is probably music or something. But other than me saying something wrong, I never got a copyright on that, on none of that, not copyright claim. Because like I said, you got to know what to say out of your mouth on this camera, folks. It's like Kenny Rogers said, you got to know when to hold and you got to know when to fold, folks. Yes. See, I was educated about this thing before I even came on YouTube, folks. Yeah, I learned a lot about this before I even came on it. What to say, what not to say, yeah, and all that. I know the ins and outs about YouTube, folks. That's why I never got a strike on anything. Claim, like I said, the only time I got a copyright claim is on music, on YouTube music. When they said it was free, when it's not free, Yeah, that's the only time I got a copyright claim. As far as me saying something wrong out of my mouth, I know what not to say and what to say, and I know what they don't want you to talk about. I mean, a few times I might have got shadow banned because they didn't like what I was talking about. Hey, but this is a free world, folks. You know, so be it. If they cancel me, they cancel me. Hey, I'm not gonna die. Plain and simple. It's not my life. I'm just saying, if they cancel me, they cancel me. I'm not gonna be lost. But for the most part, I say what I want to say on here. But I know how to say it and when to say it and what to say. You know, for the most part. That's why on certain subjects I don't even talk. Certain subjects I don't even mention. Like things like that. I don't mess with that. And a lot of other things that they will get you in a heartbeat for. That, you'll get a strike for that really quick. And the rainbow situation, that'll get you a strike too. I don't mess with those situations too much because I know how sensitive they are about those. Yeah, oh yeah. There's a lot of situations that they're very sensitive about out here, folks. They don't want you to even mention it. Oh yeah. But like I said, you got to know what to say when you get on this camera, folks. You just can't spew out anything because that can get you in a lot of trouble. That can get your page taken down and anything. Everything. Strikes, all that. Like I said, as long as I've been on here, I haven't got a strike for anything because I know what to say and what not to say. And I know when to hold and when to fold, folks. Yes. Like I said, I know the ins and outs about YouTube. I learned this stuff before I even came on. I used to sit back and watch other big channels. I sit back and watch them. I hear people don't say that, don't do this, don't do that. Yeah, I was just jotting down things. Yeah, okay. So when I started my YouTube channel, I made out fine. I'm doing all right. I'm not getting no whole lot of strikes and all this old stuff for saying this. But like I said, sometimes they'll shadow ban you. If y'all know what that means, they'll shadow ban your videos. There's some that people won't be able to see them right. And see, there's a lot of sensitive things they don't want you to talk about, man. Yeah. And I've seen it happen. 'Cause I think a few times they have shadow banned me. Yeah. Because I'll put it like this. Sometimes if you talk too black, they don't like that. If you're like a militant person, they don't like that. I just try to keep my conversations on a level, folks. Yeah, on a level. Yes, that's how I keep my conversations on a level ground, folks. Shiner, I hear you, brother. Okay, Sammy Thomas said, this one YouTube I watched was struck. He was struck. Oh, yeah. See, this is the thing. There's certain things you can say on here, man. Yeah, see, you got to be aware of things that you say. And see, I learned that early on about a lot of the subjects that they don't want you talking about, period. You know, but like I said, for the most part, I pretty much say what I want to say on here, but I don't go too far. I'll just put it that way. I don't go too far. I go far as I'm supposed to go to get the point across. Sammy Thomas is strict. Sammy Thomas said, YouTube is so strict, you have to watch every word you say. I mean, not really. They're not that strict, because I mean, even like a video I put out last week, man, I thought I was going to get a strike on that. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, the self-destruction video. I thought I was going to get a copyright claim on that for using that music. But that slid on through. See, sometimes they'll let you get away with certain things. Yeah. Sometimes they'll let things slide through. because they know it's the truth and they know it's not all bad, folks. If y'all get a chance, go check out that video, Self-Destruction. I just knew I was going to get a strike on that and a copyright, but I didn't. I thank God for that. That's one thing for sure. God will protect his people, folks. He will protect his people. No shadow or doubt. That was the doings of God, I believe. He let that slide on through. 37. Said prices on food are getting, Shiner said prices on food are getting high. We need to act smarter and use acknowledge the feed when we have some left extra feed to donate. Yeah, oh yeah. It's nothing. We help other people. That's what it's all about, giving back to the communities, folks. Yes, giving back and helping out your community. You know, that's, showing an act of kindness when you give back to your community. And I think in a few more weeks, our church is going to be doing that again. We're going to be giving back to the community. See, we do it every so often. And I mean, that makes the people in the community feel good about themselves, folks. Make them feel and know that someone cares about them. Yeah, oh yeah. When you give back to your community, folks, that makes them feel good inside, folks. It's just to know that somebody is caring for them and thinking about them. Yeah. Makes them feel great. See, the thing about this YouTube thing, I love doing this. Like I said, I don't get on here for no form or fashion, folks. I get on here to try to help somebody, right? That's all I do. When I get on here, I'm trying to help somebody. Like I said, my channel is all about education, motivation, uplifting, folks. Yeah, I'm all about helping the next person. That's what I'm all about, folks. Motivating somebody, uplifting somebody, folks. Showing somebody how to come to Christ, folks. This is what I do on my channel. See, I'm not here to entertain nobody. No. There's enough channels out there to entertain you. That's not what I'm all about, folks. I'm on assignment for Jesus Christ, folks. That's what I'm doing. Some days you might hear me talking about the Lord, folks. Yeah, oh yeah. See, I got it all mixed up in one, folks. And a lot of times when I get on here and hold one conversation, God will lead me in another direction. He always do it. But I can't stop that. When he do that, I got to follow along with the plan. That's all. Follow along with the plan. Prices are good. Sammy Thomas said this is all a biblical prophecy. We are the last generation. Everything that we're looking at today is being prophesied, folks, because all this stuff is in the Bible, folks. Yes, it's all in the Bible. So what we're seeing right now is all being fulfilled in the book of Revelations. Yes, like I was telling people yesterday, folks, it's no more peace and there's no more love in this world, folks. It's gone, folks. It's been removed. This is the reason why we are seeing, all this chaos, confusion, illusions. This is why we're seeing this stuff. Because these flies are crazy, right? This is why we're seeing what we are seeing, man, because the books are being turned every day. Oh, yeah. So this is what, when the peace and love is removed, what do you expect to see? I mean, you can't expect nothing but chaos. But us as believers, we still got love to spread, folks. Yes, we still have a little love to spread. So let's spread our love. See, what's us people as believers, we're the ones holding this world together right now, folks. Us as believers, we're holding this world up. Because our light is shining, folks. Yes, our light is shining over here, over there, over there, over there, over there. Our lights are shining. We're holding this world together right now, folks. Yes, we're standing on shaky grounds, people. Yes, but we're holding it together. It's steadily shaking. It's steadily shaking, but we're holding it together, folks. With our lights shining, folks. Like I said, we're the salt of this earth. That's what we are, folks. If your salt loses its savory, it's no more good for anything but to be trampled under the foot of men, folks. That's what we are, folks, as believers. Let your light shine, folks, so that men can see. So that you can draw men into, yes. And this is the thing, folks. Like I said, I'm on assignment. I'm out here soul searching, folks. I'm looking for souls to bring back to Christ, folks. Yes, I'm looking for souls to bring back to him. Show somebody the way, folks. Because it's uncertain time that we're living in. I mean, folks need to hear about the Lord. They need to hear the good news, folks. They need to hear it, folks. Oh, yeah. Because everyone out there don't know the Lord, folks. They don't know him. So they need to hear this good news, folks. You don't know who life you could be saving just by giving them a good word, folks. You could be saving somebody's life just by giving them a hug, anything, a kind word. You don't know, folks, who you can be saving out here, folks. That's what life is all about, man. Love, peace, joy, and happiness. But as I said earlier, the love is gone from this world, folks. The peace is gone from this earth. It has been granted to the one who sat on the red fiery horse. It's been granted to him to remove all the peace from this earth and for people to kill one another, folks. This is the exact words that it says in Revelation 6, 3, and 4, folks. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go read it for yourself. Revelation 6, 3, and 4. That's what it says. The one who sat on the red fiery horse has been granted power to remove peace from this world. That's heavy, ain't it? The peace has been taken off of this earth, man. That's heavy. The peace has been removed from this earth. And the love, man. You understand what I'm saying? We can't help but to see nothing but chaos, folks. We can't help to see nothing but what's going on out here. There's no other way now. Where there's no love, there's no peace, man. You understand that? Yeah, where there's no peace, there's no happiness. That's why we're seeing what we're seeing, people. Men, hearts have waxed cold out here in this world, folks. Do you understand me? Wax cold. People don't love nobody no more. People don't care about nobody no more. It's all about me, me, me. That's how this world is now. Every man for theirself. That's the kind of world that we're living in right now, folks. People don't have respect for nobody no more. No, nothing. People, look, these people don't respect their elders. They don't respect nobody. They don't respect the law. There's nothing left in this world, man, but to run to Jesus, folks. If you're smart, that's what you would do. There's nothing left to do in this world, folks. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide, folks. I'm serious. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And I hear people say, well, yeah, I'm going to move out into the county. Man, you can't run nowhere now. You can't hide nowhere. This stuff is everywhere. I don't care where you move to or where you go to. It's everywhere, man. Yeah, it's everywhere. You can't run. There's no more running, no more hiding, folks. You just got to stand up to this thing, face to face, folks, and make up your mind who you going to serve. Are you going to serve Mammoth or are you going to serve God, folks? And that's it. It's only two ways out, man. Heaven or hell, folks. Two ways out. Ain't no in between, ain't no middle, ain't none of that. That's what the word of God says, folks. I neither have you hot nor cold, or I'll spew you out of my mouth, folks. This is what the word of God said. I'll spew you out of my mouth. This is why he said that, folks. Because if you're cold, he can work with you a little bit. He can chip at you, chip at you, work with you. And if you're hot, he can, he can form you a little bit, work with you. Yeah. So this is the reason I understand that scripture very well. When you're hot, you can work with it. Yeah. You can work with it, can form it. Yes, it's like clay or something. Yeah, you can work with it. If you're cold, like I said, if you're cold, you chip away at you, work with you till you get you where you want you at, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I understand that scripture now. I never did understand it at first. But as time go on, it'll come to you. Yeah, this is what it means now. Yeah. Sammy Thomas said, yes, this is the exactly why I'm going to learn to lean on God. Playtime is over. Yes, playtime is very much over. It's been over. But people are still out there playing, though. It's over. But like I said, it's going to come a day where every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess. Yes. And, it's so sad that we're going to have to be forced to come together, to work together. And that's a shame. We should be already willing and able to work together, folks. Why have somebody force us together, push us into a corner to have to make us work together? We should be just doing that on our own, folks. Yeah. I mean, things might get so bad out here. You might have to have 4 or 5 families in one household. Yeah, it might get that bad, folks. You might have to have 5 and 6 families in one house. That's what I mean by forced to work together. These times are coming. Like I said, we can't run from it no more, man. We can't hide, man. You can move to the county. I don't care if you move to West Kakalaki somewhere, man. You can't run from this no more, man. You got to face this thing on a one-on-one basis, man. You can't run from it, man. Like I said on yesterday, I was thinking about where do I want to spend eternity, folks? This is a big question. Where will you spend eternity? I think about it all the time, man. But that's, this is the reason why I just try to live right, man. I know I make mistakes every day. Every day I sin. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to nobody. I sin every day. But you know what? God give me space to repent. Yes. He give me space to repent. And I use that space that he gives me. Yes. If I do something wrong throughout the day, I'll get down on my knees and pray before I go to sleep at night, folks. Ask God for forgiveness for anything that I may have said or done wrong or even thought wrong about anybody. Because you can have bad thoughts in your mind. Yes, you can have bad thoughts about people. Unknowingly, folks. See, the devil is slick. He's cunning, folks. Yes. He'll have you doing things and you don't even know it. He's slick and slippery. Slimy, folks. He's greasy, grimy. He don't care who he get a hold of, folks. He don't care. Like I said, he's trying to gather up as many people as he can, folks, because he know his time is up. His time is just about up, folks. Yeah. Sammy Thomas said the news already said inflation will only get worse. Of course it will. See, like I said, all this stuff has been foretold to us, so we know what's going to happen. Yeah, we already know what's going to happen. But yet still, our president, he gets on television and tell these little fibs, allegedly, saying everything is all right, it's only this much and that. Come on, See, this is what they do. They get there and tell you what you want to hear. This is how they do, They tell you what they think you want to hear. Don't fall for it, man. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, please. Use your own mind, man. Use your own thinking. Use your own abilities, folks. This is what God gave it to us for. Don't let nobody talk for you. Don't let nobody speak for you. Speak for yourself. Think for yourself. Yes. That's what life is all about, folks. Doing the right thing. But I appreciate everybody, folks, for coming in here this morning, listening to me. African Vanguard, welcome in, brother. I see you. But yeah, we had a hot topic this morning. We was talking about, did Kanye West go too far? And as I was saying earlier, I think he overstepped his boundaries, folks. Yes, I think he overstepped his boundaries. See, once you cross that line, you better be careful. Yes, once you cross that line. This is what we see every day, man, in this music industry, man. To them, they say, hey, you're worth more dead than alive to me. Allegedly. Yeah. That's how they look at it. Hey, but hey, this is what you're getting yourself involved in when you get into that situation, folks. Oh, yeah. But as I said, the guy who was holding the interview, Nori, he knew what he was getting into before he even invited Kanye West on his platform, folks. He knew exactly how Kanye was going to act. Along with the drinking, the alcohol. Yeah, he already knew. See, he'd been around Kanye so many times, he already knew the outcome of that situation was going to be. He already knew. And now he had to come back and apologize for this man. Why is he apologizing for another grown man? Tell me that. Why is he apologizing for another grown man? I know why he's apologizing. Because the powers that be is on his neck. That's why he's apologizing. He wants to stay in good grace with them. Because if he don't, he'll be out of there. Canceled. Oh, yeah. Like I said, there's stages to this thing, man. The higher up you want to go, you're going to have to give up something. Yes. The higher you want to go, you're going to have to give up something. Yeah, and that's the truth. You're going to have to give up something. It could be anything. Family member. They might make you get down on your knees. You know what I mean. Yeah. You're going to give up something. I'm just being real about it. Yeah. But yeah, right. I'm going to pray for Kanye West, man, because like I said, I feel kind of bad for the brother. Because like I know the man is suffering. He's suffering with this mental condition. I think he has bipolar or something of that nature. But I'll keep that fella in prayer because, man, he needed Yes, he really does need it right now. Because right now he's suffering and he's going through some terrifying things at this time. Yes. So I'm gonna keep that guy in prayer, man, because like I said, even though he's worth $1 billion, he's not running anything. See, he's just the face that they put up in the front, on the forefront. He's just the face, bro. He's not running anything. Believe me, he's not running nothing. The structure was built by someone else. But he's the face that they're using. That's all. He's the face that they're putting on the forefront. They do it all the time. They always put faces on the forefront to make it look good. Oh, yeah. But as I said earlier, we'll never be free, folks. But I keep hearing people say, oh, we free. Man, we not free. If you think you free, say the wrong thing on here. And you'll see and find out how free you are. Go ahead and play some music on here. You'll see how free you are. Yeah, play some music on here. They're not supposed to be played on here. Say something out of the way on here and see what happens. That'll let you know how free you are. Like I said, we'll never be free until God take us off this green earth, folks. We're still in bondage, people. Yes, bondage. African Vanguard, I see you, brother. Appreciate you coming in. Yes. Yep. Appreciate you coming in. But it's just a lot, man. It's just a lot going on right now, folks. And I would ask each and every one of you, folks, just keep yourself, just stay in prayer, folks. At this particular time that we're living in, folks, just stay prayed up. Try to stay as close to the Most High as you can, folks. Get that personal relationship with Him. Because the uncertain times that we're living in right now, we all need to be close to God, folks. Yes, like I said before, we have to get our priorities in order, folks. We have to know what's important and what's not important, folks. But like right now in my life, this is my main priority, folks. Keeping that connection between me and the Most High, folks. I want to keep that line of communication open at all times. So when I need to call on Him, I can call on Him, folks. Yes. Yes. Keep that line of communication open. But I thank everybody for coming in here this morning, folks. Appreciate everybody for hanging in there. And let me check out something. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you folks for coming in here this morning. And I'm about to get up out of here, folks. But I appreciate you all for coming in. And I hope and pray that everybody have a great day. As you go through your day on this day, folks. Make sure that you're walking upright before God, folks. You want to keep that line of communication straight at all times, people. Because you never know when your card might be pulled, folks. You don't never know when you're going to close your eyes. Because once you close your eyes and you wake up again, you're going to be judged. Yes, you're going to be judged. We're all going to be judged, folks. And we're going to have to tell Him something, folks. We're going to have to tell Him what we did down here on this earth in these bodies, folks. Yes, we're going to be judged. Because Jesus is coming back soon, folks. He's coming back real soon. See, we think we got a whole lot of time, man. Oh, no. Time is running out, people. Yes, it's running out. This is why God is showing us all these signs and wonders every day, folks. Every day he's showing us more and more. It's getting worse and worse out here, folks. And see, this is the thing. God, he's not going to let his people live down here on this earth. He's going to come and rapture his people out of here, folks. And whoever is left down here, you're not going to want to be here. No, you're not going to want to be on this wicked earth, folks. Because there's going to be all types of entities released upon this earth. You don't want to be here, folks. When God comes and raptures people and you're left behind, you do not want to be here. No. Not from what I've heard and what I've read up on. No, you don't want to be here. Because it's going to get wickeder and wickeder and wickeder, folks. You think you're seeing something now. This ain't nothing what you're seeing right now. This is a walk in the park, what you're seeing right now, compared to what you're going to see. This is just a walk in the park. Yep, this is a walk in the park. Learning to grow my own. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. Stopping by, giving me a listening ear. Appreciate you, brother, very much. Yep. But as I said, man, you know, just try to keep that line of communication open with the Most High, folks. Because he's listening at all times, folks. He's there, waiting for us to come and talk to him, folks. Yes, he's always going to be there. He said he'll never leave us nor forsake us, people. He said, if I go to prepare a place for you, there will you be also. See, like now he's out there preparing a place for us, folks. He's gone to prepare a place for us. I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for Jesus to come back, man, and get me up out of this mess that we're in down here on this wicked earth, folks. I'm waiting on it. That's right. This world don't owe me nothing, man. Nothing. I don't want nothing from this world. They don't owe me nothing. I'm waiting on my Lord and my Savior to come back and get me. Yes. I'm getting ready to get out of here, folks. I appreciate you all for coming in. And with that being said, folks, y'all have a great day. Peace, love, and happiness to each and every one of you, folks. Have a great day.